Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 11, and in the previous video we took our first steps with exploring this ocean world. We are playing the ocean scenario for the Eden project, and what I've done is I've swum a long way across here and I found this whole enclave of minerals. They're not very big. I certainly want the copper. Copper's the big area that I've got. The problem is we've still got the patrol vessel hanging around, and some of this stuff is defended by an Epsilon defense tower. But if I can get in here, kind of, maybe if we can get ashore here, and I mean, I really want to grab this copper, at least some copper to take with us before we leave, because one thing, my priority now is to find somewhere where I can, well, how can you say, set up a temporary base to get a few things done. This is getting a bit too close to the... I think we're going to have to go for this one. The problem's going to be is if I start mining, will that attract the patrol vessel? I think we're going to have to chance it. Some more plant protein up here. So I'm just going to grab that. I think if we go over the back of this hill, we may be okay for a little while. Alright, grab that. Just try and grab everything we can. And let's get walking around with no weapons, because you can't swim with weapons, and I'm a bit low on oxygen. I think we'll go for this small deposit. Now we will be coming back here. I don't know why I've just picked that grain up. I need to make sure I've got a space. I think we're going to eat the ham, so that I've got some space. I mean, this whole area here is going to be a key place to come back, but we're going to have to find a way to get an SV to take that patrol vessel out. I think if I can take the patrol vessel out, then that will give me control of this area. So I've got a feeling we're going to have to do a lot of fighting around here. I heard you coming. I mean, I need some. So if we get on this back slope here, and right, I'll just grab that as well. It says we're about right here. Let's just deploy the. Now the question is, deploy the. I'm not going to deploy the portable constructor, simply because if I do that, if I fill my inventory up, I will have a bit of a problem. Let's just get this in here. I have to double tab. I don't want. I'm just going to go down here. Hopefully this won't be too deep. I sound nervous. I am nervous. This is probably getting a little bit more stressful than I thought it was going to be. I was hoping that I could find a neutral island or somewhere where I could set up an operational base. Let's just down here. I mean, we're getting some crushed stone. I suppose in some ways crushed stone would be useful. Why can't I find anything down here? I've got a horrible suspicion here. Okay, let me just stop for the moment. We're okay survival-wise. Let me just put this in. I think what I'm going to need is an ore scanner. I don't know if I can make this in here. What we're going to have to do is shove this in here. Let's just get this. We need computers. I've got computers. Right, let's just knock out this ore scanner. I've got a feeling, I can't remember what the type of mining is. It's the same as Promethium, but you've got to be able to spot the nodules rather than the textured areas. I can never remember which one's which. I'm sure some of you will probably tell me. Let me just, while that's building, let's just check this out. What is that? That's plant protein. Okay. I'm not getting any attention from the. Hopefully the patrol vessel will stay down on his patch. I can never remember whether the patrol vessels have fixed patrol routes or not. I'm just going to drop that in there. Actually, just drop this in here. We're not getting any attention. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What I'm going to do now is we're just going to F5, double tap. Yeah, there we are. So we're going to have to need the ore scanner. Right, we've got 74 copper, and that's probably everything in this mine. That's 50% left. Okay, and more nodules here. So, top tip, if you're going to be doing these scenarios, get yourself an ore scanner very early on in the game. Come on. I can't pick up inventory full. Right, so... Alright, we've got spot. Let's leave that. Anything that I can drop? Not really. I mean, I could make the problem's volume, so I'm not going to fix it that easily. See, the problem is these contraptions. Right, we're going to have to come back with that and just stick with the 74. I mean, maybe if we turn this into ingots, that might work. I'm just going to pop some more food. Right, we're going to take a bit of a chance for the moment. I'm just going to do a bit of an explore for the moment. See if there's anything else around here. I mean, maybe if we go slightly west. It says there's something over this way. That's the shotty. This is the reason why I wanted to set up some kind of operational base or something like that, so that I can set up a second portable constructor. I mean, what do I need for copper ore? Okay, I'll put. Great. Let me get it quick. Gain it back a little bit. Knock that back up like that. Make a second portable constructor. What we'll do, we'll definitely be coming back here, so this would be a good place to set up a second portable constructor. And oops, no, I was going back this, wasn't it? Slightly this direction. See what's around. So I'm just going to grab some resources around here. This would be an ideal place for a base, but not in the middle of Xerox territory anyway. Pick up some space oranges or something. Energy pills. We've got our inventory is completely full. Okay. We're just going to have to stay here just for the moment. Anything on the map yet? Oh, we're still in Xerox territory. Right. What are we doing? Right, what we're going to do is put these in near here. Adrenaline shots. Gold. Don't need that. We need to I think we could probably put all the stone in here as well. Actually, no, we'll keep a little bit. That's reduced this by 100. So what we're going to do is keep, just in case I need to make some basic resources. So we're going to turn that into. Actually, let's put all the stone in there. Could I get that iron deposit set? That's going to take me pretty close to that Epsilon Defense Center. See, the problem I've got is that I want to make a hover vehicle, but I can't really make a basic hover vehicle because, as far as I remember, that if I show you on here, if we go to hover vehicle, let's see, let's do a bit of an unlock here. The ground repulsor engines do not work on water surface, so we're going to need to unlock that. make that. We're certainly going to have to, if we're unlocking this, we're going to have, unusual, we've got to unlock the RCSs, which we won't be using, and the thrusters. So, and then we'll need cargo boxes. And we're certainly going to need a detector. I probably would like a small constructor, but we certainly would want the fridge. I mean, could I hang around here long enough to build a small vessel? Let's just get there. Okay. Right, let's sort this out. Tents. I'll get this off my, like that. Right. Right, what we're going to do is put them side by side. One's going to go with us, but the other one is going to be the production one. What can we make here? Nanotubes. Right, let's just put this in here. It's going to be a bit of a big risk, but I think I've got to take it. Don't really want to give up that Prometheum. Keep a look. No, we're just going to have to go for it. Right. First things first, we're going to need a vehicle starter kit, a cockpit. If we still don't have enough nanotubes, what do we want for nanotubes? Silicon ingots, great. We got a tiny bit of that, but that's probably going to be nowhere near enough. We need silicon. There is a silicon deposit here somewhere, right next to the Epsilon Center. Great. The trouble is, if I build all that stuff, I'm not going to be able to carry it. Right, stop. We're going to take the construction site. Where I don't think this is going to work. So what we're going to do is take out as much of these resources as possible. And anything I can put in here. I don't use the energy pills very much. The Alien T6 plasma is high level, and that's to do with bases. So we can't, as far as I know, we can't make anything here. So yeah, alien parts. So there's no benefit in lugging that around. We take gamble on that. We're not getting anywhere close to making anything because we don't have any herbal leaves. The alien plasma R1. I mean, this doesn't weigh very much, but it's all filling up slots. And we're going to split the difference with the logs. We can always pick that up. Prometheum. My temptation is to take the Prometheum with me. I think we're going to probably drop off a few of those as well. Leave the steel plates. We can always get steel plates. Famous last words. And I think probably we're going to take the rock with us. That gets that down to this level here. We're going to take that with us. And of course we're going to take the remove. What I'm going to do is we're going to have one go at seeing if we can get close to the silicon deposit. If I can get to the silicon deposit, then there's probably a chance of actually, how can you say, building the hover vehicle. If I can't get to the silicon deposit, it means I'm going to have to stay here for a very long time, quite simply trying to gather enough rocks to get enough silicon. And I think that will be a little bit tedious. And at the same time, I still then need to move stuff around. If I mean, it says that, see, it means I'm going to have to walk round this way. Apologies, it's getting dark again. I'll just keep gathering this up. If I can stay on the back slope, I'm still a bit worried about that patrol vessel. How are we off first? Thanks. I mean, we got 17 of energy bars. So we've got make 3 more. Let's take that up to 20. And we've got plenty of plant protein now. Right, we've got a bit of a back slope here. This may work. I mean, I could tunnel in. I mean, I don't want to tunnel 417 meters. We're getting very close to that. Epsilon defense tower. If we keep on this back slope, this may work. We may get away with this. The patrol vessels should be that way. Ah, the ground terrain is dropping off a little bit. This is... Oh, go away. We're only 227 meters away from the Epsilon defense tower. You can quite literally see it on the top of that horizon there. We're going to be too close to that tower. Also in shallow water, there's a telepod there. He can get me if I'm not careful this way. No. I'm not going to get to that. Maybe jump. I think the problem was because I had to jump up to get rid of past that telepod. I'm just wondering if I can get around here. Oh, the extreme things we go to survive in games. If I can get to this back slope here. How far away? Well, 200. If I can keep on this back slope, but keep that dropping that distance down. What am I doing here? Got enough for about 200. We're starting to come to the top. Oh, there is one way I might be able to do this. Oops, no. If we go in here, this is going to take a little while to do, but if we dig in laterally, right, we're just starting to get to the point where we can actually see the deposits. I don't know if it's going to show up on the video against the pale grey of the rocks, but we're just starting to get in range of this silicon. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to deploy the portable constructor so that we can start to pick out some of these rocks. Got to be a bit careful that I don't dig a great big hole that I can't get out of, like I'm doing now. I'm okay. I'm not that depressed at the moment. Right, I've got 57 ore. Where's the portable constructor? Let me just drop this in here. I've got 64 silicon ore, and of course what we're going to do is try and turn as much of this into a thing. That's what we're going to do is got 37 rocks as well. And see if we can get a bit more. This is a small deposit, but I can get at least one more block set. It's another 20, and I can't find my. Okay, let's get back up. Okay, I'm lost underground now. Oh, there it is. I'm just going to go up here. Let me just see. Right, let's put some more. Right, we've got 120 silicon. Now, the question is, can I work out how much I'm going to need for electronics and mechanical components and these electronics? Let me just see. When it says 1 silicon ingot, so if I can... Right, let's just grab that. We've got 180 silicon ingots. Put that there. I'm just going to grab that, and then we're just going to get out of this tunnel. I think we might be on to making a hover vehicle. This gives you an idea of how far I had to dig down and through to get to that silicon ore. But I think it was worth it. And I'm just going to do that. Of course, what we've got to do now is get back to... Oops. Gun off. We've got to get back to across the water to our portable constructor. I think we could be on here to make at least a basic hover vehicle that we can cross the water with, so we can actually, because the priority's got to be is to get out here and find an operational base. Anyway, I'm going to be swimming back to where my what you could say my construction portable constructor is. So I'll see you once I actually get back there. Okay, I've got a little bit of a problem. Is the patrol vessels decided to come up here and see me, which is great. Kind of think I may have to excavate a cave or something. So I may have to wait this out a little bit and see if that patrol vessel is going to go away, because I can't really come ashore until he clears off. It's almost like because I've been excavating up here, it knows I'm here, and it's now decided that it's going to come up here and annoy me. I think what I may have to do is, if I head for... We've got an iron deposit there. And we've got a copper deposit there. Right, I think what I'm going to have to do is go underground. I want a good strong slope. Maybe we're going to go here. I didn't really want to do this, but something tells me we're probably not going to have a lot of choice. If I go down, get close to that iron deposit. Now I want to stay close to the beach in case we've got to cut and run. It's a real pain in the neck. Actually, we got the copper mine, haven't we? Okay. Head for the copper mine. Right, the patrol vessel's moved off. I mean, we've got resources round here. Let's just get... There's 50% of water left. Right, he's got... Oh, blummin' heck! Not enough. Oh, you... Oh, and I'm flop as well. I mean, that desert golem didn't exactly have everything I needed, so I'll get that in there. The stone in there. He's probably not going to be around here. I'm not going to risk trying to find that. I hate losing resources. So as I kind of ran in a random distance, so okay, we're not going to waste time on that. Right, let's get back to the copper deposit. And that patrol vessel hanging around. We're going to go underground temporarily. I think this would be good enough to get out that. Right, we've got ourselves a bit of a burrow down here. I mean, well, I'm drilling rock, aren't I? Just not wanting to ship. Everything always looks the same. Right, that's the way out. I think we can hide just in here. There's the patrol vessel. Right, thank you, game. No. Knock out some more stakes. Let's put this in here. We've got the vessel starter kits. Some Sicosium ore. That must have come from the desert golem because I didn't have them before. Neodymium. Again, these are rare resources. I can't refine them. What we can do is get this to start turning that into copper, stone, and we'll put that in and get some stakes. And we'll put the logs in here as well. What can I make in here? Right, we need to. I thought I'd unlock the hover engines. Okay. Yeah, I've unlocked them. Okay, what's up with this? What do we need for hover engines? Oh, I'm just being a bit delusional. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's the. Right, what can we build in here? Let's pull this back, and pull this back into here. This is the stuff we're going to leave behind. We're going to leave the neodymium behind as well. Actually, what we could do is put you in here, and we're going to make out about 10 of those. Oops. We'll make some power cells. Because we're going to leave with a hover vehicle, we're going to need power. Right. Plates. What we're going to have to do is try and make spoiled food. Okay, so everything is starting to spoil now. That's probably, let me just check. Right, the other thing I've also done is I've made a oxygen constructor. I think we can put this on the surface. So we're just going to, and hopefully by now you've made at least one of these. Oops, no. And what we're just going to do is drop just one of these in here. And that, while I'm actually building that, I can make some oxygen. And how are we doing here? And we're going to need a cockpit. We're not going to bother with the RCSs. We need a generator and a fuel tank. And I mean, that's the basics. I mean, I could make one of these, but that will tie me down to coastals. I'm certainly going to need a fridge. Why is that saying a CV fridge? I want an HV fridge. Don't tell me I can't make it. I can't. Ah, so we're going to need. Ah, right. What we're going to need is back to here. We're going to have to make a small constructor. We can make this with a portable. So we make a small constructor. That will then allow me to make some of these other items like the fridge. Yeah, I'd forgotten that the fridge is an area there. And I think that's about it. I'm not going to waste tech points on it. I don't know, spotlight. I suppose we can do that. I mean, we could unlock this container controller, but I think we may have to go light with. Well, we're going to need basic cargo boxes to start with. I'm not going to worry about the O2 because we don't need that.
what we got here? We're making cockpit generator. We're going to need at least 2 cargo boxes. I can't make a fridge. And we're going to need a portable constructor to get a fridge and get other items up and running. So what I'm going to do is hope to see if we can actually build this. If not, I'm going to have to go scavenging, because this is what we need to build, absolute minimum. I mean, we may have to make some steel blocks, or we could go carbon composite, because this is certainly not going to be a one thing I've forgotten completely. I know some of you would probably be screaming at me. We're going to need 6 thrusters, because to provide the 6 direction. So that's it. That's the revised list of the things I need to make for a... Right, while we're knocking it down in the hole, let's have a look round. So you've made some oxygen, and what we're going to do is just pump that straight into the systems. We're going to have 44 minutes of this. The purified water is going to could be useful, because that will allow us to create oxygen. Let's just have a quick check here. Yeah, and we're making some fuel cells. Let's make some more. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn everything, all the methane, into pellets. That might save me a little bit of volume. And I think this is where I'm going to leave it, because this is going to be a bit of a grind producing the components for a very simple hover vehicle. And of course, one thing I'm going to have to be careful of is CPU. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, hopefully I will have all the components to put a simple hover vehicle together. And then what we're going to do then is try and move away and find somewhere we can have a bit of an operational base. But that's all for the future. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.